Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. We're painting monsters tonight. Fun little change of pace. My name is David Lozeau. I'm a Southern California-based artist. If you're new to the stream, thanks for hanging out, checking out the work. We're gonna have some fun tonight. I'm gonna throw in a line work for this guy and really bring it to life. I'm excited to try something a little different. It's been a lot of cute skeletons, so now we're mixing it up. Again, feel free to fire any questions you have over the course of the stream. We'll be painting here for about an hour or so. So we're going to get after it and see what happens. So again, thank you guys for joining us. And we do this every Wednesday night. We stream on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, occasionally on TikTok when they don't ban us for not being video game content. But we're here, so you can check it out and see all the back episodes on my YouTube. So thanks for hanging out, and let's get after it here. Melissa Comstock is losing her perfect attendance tonight. She will not be on the stream. She messaged earlier.
I think messaging those gets the okay.
I said that. First from you're in. Good to go. So this is a commission. This is for somebody who had this exact idea in their head, which I thought was awesome. So we worked with her to get the format and everything she liked, and so now we're going to paint it. So this is there will be no prints of this. This is a one-off commission. If you want more information about commissions, feel free to message. All right, I'm going to go back to the face, because if I stay down here, you all know. All right, this is what I do. I made this mistake before. Hold on, I can fix it. Just one more line. I know. I need visual lines too. All right, back to the head.
Janice says hi there.
Hello, Janice from Construction Land. There's something freeing about painting things that don't exist, because you can really kind of experiment and do anything you want with them.
Aldo says, hey, what's going on?
What's going on, Aldo? Painting monsters.
Maybe we're the monsters.
Maybe we're the monsters.
What time is Dia on Sunday?
10 to 4. And I'll be sharing posts probably tomorrow of what I'm painting at Dia on Sunday. Really excited. A little sneak bit of info. It's an owl, but it's a really cool owl piece. So
what are the details on Sunday?
So on Sunday, I'll be painting down on Oceanside for those who are local. The Oceanside Day of the Dead is going on, so I'll be there from live demoing from 10 to 4. I'll have prints and calendars and all kinds of stuff. If you want to swing by and say hello, It's all kinds of stuff going on. Obviously, the car show. What's inside is famous for having the car show that has, they all have bull riders with ofrendas in the back of the altars in the back of the cars. Really a fun day, amazing food. The Red Devil dancers are there, and I think they're part of the event. Just really an amazing event, great for kids, great family event. So hope to see you guys out there. So I'll be there and painting. I'm really excited about what I'm doing. It's a really fun piece. So you got to come on by and check it out.
Obviously, right? But this is not the piece.
It's not the piece I'm painting. Thank you all. This is it's a commission, so you'll see the piece I'm painting. I'll post it later on.
I'll just say we won't be able to see it.
All right, screw you.
Nobody works more.
No one works more than Aldo.
Oh.
Oh, unfun Aldo.
Oh.
That's right. They'll catch him for the hopefully the one down in San Diego. We'll try and do that one. The fun thing about a dragon, I guess, is just covered in textures. Skin, inside the mouth. There's so many textures to play with.
So I was asking, how old were you when you noticed that you had talented hands?
I always used to draw as a kid, you know, and that kind of kid. I was getting in trouble for drawing, you know, doing that stuff. In high school, realized I really enjoyed it. Had a teacher who really kind of helped harness that and helped me understand it, and I should do something more with it. The intent was never to be an artist. I was going to be a graphic designer. I had a graphic designer in the family, and I figured, I can do a job I can do, and that's be something creative, and it's still, you know, kind of 9 to 5, and it exists. You know, parents didn't understand the life of an artist. No one really does. It's not living the loft artist vision we all have in mind. So it's not a real thing. So we went to school for graphic design and took some painting classes while I was there, some drawing classes while I was in college, and then just kind of once I got out, did graphic design for years, and then just kind of rediscovered it later in life. So it's it's always been something I did, but I never thought that I would do this. This was not in the plans.
I always do wonder if you had taken painting classes.
Yes.
Would that have geared you to do more or in a different direction?
Exactly, because again, I took all the drawing classes, no painting classes. The work was still illustrated. But yeah, if I had taken the painting classes, would it be way more traditional in the mediums and in the formats? It's a great question. I don't know. That's it. Oh God, what a loser! What an annoying loser I be. So yeah, because again, my style kind of came from, you know, back in the park, being around the hot rod tiki scene. It's kind of why, I love it. That's why I use One Shot. Discovered it at those shows. It's still a core part of my style that I got to give them credit for. It wasn't fine in college. Yeah, exactly. And no one knows what it is, and constantly like, oh, what?
Almost as the graphic designer thing. It floated us for quite a while.
Exactly. I got to do it long enough to where I was doing this on the weekends until it became a pain in the butt to do both, and then gave graphic design for this. So, but you know what? All the tools I learned as a graphic designer, Photoshop, Illustrator, all those programs, I use every day as an artist. Whether it's with my photography or with the actual painting, I'm always using those skills. So I am very thankful that I have that backup.
Be able to function anymore.
No, you can't.
The amount of work that you have to do in order to make in order to fulfill the needs of licensing, of art buyers, of companies to work with. It's just endless amount of work.
Yeah. I mean, today alone, I edited video. I used Photoshop to edit images. It's just so much that goes into life of an artist. You have to have these skill sets. I'm really thankful I have them because I use them all the time. I love all the inside of that mouth.
So how did this come about? Was it a commission?
Yes, this is a commission. She has wanted a piece for a long time. I had a couple of slots in my holiday queue left open, so I made a post saying, "Hey, you guys want a commission? You were waiting, and now's the time." And she reached out. She had she wanted a dragon or a sea serpent, and I kind of showed her the frames I had and the sizes, and we kind of worked from there. And she picked this frame and loved the frame and the layout. And the piece was born. Just fun because again, this
just painted.
No, not at all. That's why I'm super excited about it because I would not have painted it myself. Maybe a sea serpent, but not in this really cool format, in this cool frame. So this really a fun piece that she made happen. It would not have happened otherwise.
Matthew Keller says no gill slits.
Nah, gill slits. They're going back behind the serpents. They're behind this. Yeah. There is gill slits. Yeah. Because you got to think about that.
How does it add all your
that's easy. I did a pirate piece. It was 4 by 8 feet. There's 2 pirate ships, over 40 pirates, all over the deck and the waters, bombs and rigging. That one was easily well over 200 hours.
That many pirates?
That many, yeah. Yeah, it was crazy.
Because he wanted just a
Yeah. The collector wanted a huge variety of pirates and a huge scene, and I was super excited for it. I'd done that big, that detail. I'd done that big, but never that detailed. So did, and it was super fun to do. And one of those things that again wouldn't have happened without a collector, pushing for those kind of that idea. And there's your gill slip. They're always going to be there anyway. Don't you think I did those because you mentioned it? They were always going to be there.
This is very pleasing.
Yeah.
He's like fun.
He's finally, yeah. Oh, what's going on, man? Back home?
Troublemaker.
He's a featured artist. He's not just a troublemaker.
No, he's featured.
Guys, listen to the stream. The featured La Jolla artist on the Art and Wine Festival. We did a great show, man. I did see the promoter of that show on TV. She is crazy.
we saw it on the local news. She saw your segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that lady is wild.
She is something else.
He was a Tacoma.
Oh, all right.
Always on the road. Moving.
You artists who hustles harder than we do.
He said she's nuts. Yeah, she sounded nuts.
Yeah, you look nuts on the interview.
I kind of expected for the La Jolla Art Festival to be a little more like La Jolla, you know, and it was just like straight up alcohol and crazy or something.
Yeah. Can you not insult huge sections of San Diego, please?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Everyone in Escondido has left the stream.
You'll be okay. Yeah, I didn't get to make it out. We lost our dog baby, so we're it's on me to take care of the horrible animals.
And she wants to enjoy the time of me getting out of here. She's not gonna miss that.
I'm like, no, don't make
Yeah.
leave.
Hey, Dave, you should sleep over, Dave. If there's any possibility for you to sleep over there, you should sleep over.
This girl on. This is one dog. And that's the other dog. You have difficult they are to take care of.
You too, man. Hope to see you again soon. Tough, man. That is a tough deal.
I'm missing a no.
Yeah. If I could just like show up and my booth is already set up and I'm just there to collect admiration and paint. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. I'm not sure that exists in nature, but if that does.
Jimmy's Back Photography says Isla Mujeres is here.
And
Are you on the?
Are you on a boat or are you on a? Yeah. What is he on?
Our one viewer that watches the boat. I can barely get Wi-Fi to art studio. I don't know how you connected.
It's pretty crazy.
And if you look overboard of the boat, this is right under your boat.
Okay.
This is deep. I think with cases like this, same with when you do chrome, car parts, others, like it's something where there's a strange repetitive pattern that you're not repeating, but that you just let your brain kind of go wild. It's funny to watch how kind of fast you fill in the blanks and like what you do with the texture.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
I feel incredibly confident in these kind of things where I can see it in my head and it's just a matter of like, okay, just get that brushwork out of there. Let's get to the part where it shows up. Yeah, because I don't know which one. It's funny. It's one of those things that it really is separate from my body kind of thing where I know what I want to do and I just kind of let the hand and brain just get out of the way. That's how.
That's pretty amazing. You get back to me when all the work. Now this doesn't bother like bore you like feathers. It's too repetitive.
Yes, because feathers have a structure. This, I'm not locked to a structure. I can make this be whatever structure I want. So that's kind of freeing. I'm just trying to keep, under his neck, this has to be dark because there's no light there. So I got to kind of,
there's some rules.
Carve some, yes, carve some of those objects. Feathers, tend to be a little flatter where the light's hitting. There's a ton of difference in the structure. No, I shouldn't be. I should be doing the top part. Yeah. Well, it does. I go, yeah, and then I keep doing it. I'm not good at following directions.
Well, that's probably a few hundred paintings done by you.
Yeah.
And
you heard all the crying of the mistakes.
Well, I look at this and I say, at the top so that your hands naturally come down and nothing gets dragged.
Inappropriate.
I like to call little attention to
Yeah.
that you catch on.
But the reason I'm here is I want to push the head.
And that'll help you visualize the
Yes,
breath,
yes.
Push the head kind of.
Yeah, lets me
forward.
exactly. Lets me make some structures here that are a little bigger than I was planning before, that I feel like the head needs to graduate.
This is just your mind kind of saying, I have to address this
Yes.
to move on, or I have to.
Yes, I need to address it now because it's dictating what other things might be.
It's just like
It's
in the parts.
mixed with that. It's a little bit of both. Because if I see something wrong, I got to fix it then. I can't possibly go on without fixing something that I know is wrong. So with this, it's like I want to use these fins and that neck have to be part of the head. I don't want to feel like the head's just slapped on there. You got to basically, connect them. And there isn't a.
So you might have to like all at the same part at the same time, or like jumping around to kind of feel it out.
Yeah.
That's what's always fun to watch. Is again, me not being an artist, I think work from one section to the next. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a flowing thing, and I don't have the perspective to say, no, I need to define this so that it defines the rest of the piece. Like that's what's so interesting about art is that you're creating it right now. This isn't there. None of these strokes are there.
No, exactly. Yeah, and for me, some of the times I don't know what I'm gonna do until I see it play out and go, okay, that needs more definition. It has to separate from something else, which is really a reason a lot of my line work is done to give it volume, give it depth. Again, because I don't put an oil where I can just kind of use soft fade out. My enamel is on or off. I have to really be conscious of the weight of things, of how does that fit? Is that too heavy? Is that pushing? Is that pulling it together? What is it doing? Something that an oil painter wouldn't have to worry about.
Yeah. Paint everything fine. For the enamel, those.
Yes.
You have to finish.
Exactly.
I'd love to have a Skelly business card photographing a client up here. Yeah, that would be really cute.
In here, just giving that neck some, just graduating that. I also don't want to render every scale. So it's a fine line with, how do you.
Yeah, and that's always the interesting thing about this sketch. The sketch defined. Then you do the underpainting with the wash, which is incredibly undefined. I mean, it's very ghosty. It's just a suggestion of whatever. But in your mind,
the map is there, exactly. Yeah. Like I know where the problems are going to be. Like I can look at a sketch and go, okay, that will be a game time decision of how I figure out how that texture will be. It's something that I will anticipate, not obsess about, but know that, okay, that's a, how am I going to do that? And
the things that where you're like, I did not do what I
yes. Eyes are always something you struggle with. When I get them right, I'm excited. When I deal with those skeletons, getting the eyes the right way, getting the nose the correct way, there's 3 or 4 marks, doing the teeth on anatomical skeletons, just things that are inherently game deciders. Like they're so important for the piece. Like if you get the eyes wrong or something, that's got to be fixed. You can't be past that. So I will often have anxiety about teeth, especially on anatomical skeletons, because that really just has so much to do with how the face looks and the expression. They don't have lips to tell a story about a smile or something like that. The teeth become so important. The angle of those teeth. Exactly. Are they going up? Are they going down? It becomes way more important to me because that's all I have to tell that story.
And because it is real, our brains would have an idea.
Yes.
Like, this sea creature, we don't really know, neither do you.
Exactly.
Right? So
exactly. Yeah, so here I'm bound by the laws of the light and volume and objects and shadow, but not atomic at all. I can add extra horn where I want. You know, it's
The message, Dave, if you really wanted to get it, caricature, logo for your business. I mean, he does his own and shirts and, so that's a thing.
that is a thing.
That's a thing that happens. It's very funny to see yourself scalify. My birthdays, I typically get a funny painting as a gift from him, and it's just very funny to see yourself capture. Like you just make some things maybe you know, things you don't know about yourself. But it's very very funny to see on someone interpret what you do. They capture how you stand or walk or what you do. It's super funny. Some of my favorite things they hang on my office. And they just make me laugh. Because like, that's very me. Like that's very specific.
As you can see, I'm trying to kind of blend where the spikes and gills line up with the horns and the neck.
So you want to show that his head's turning a little.
Yeah. Just make him feel connected.
Yeah.
Kind of show that it's just plopped on there.
Yeah.
That's for doing some of these heavier volume lines to really kind of pull that.
Did your light pretty much always come from the same direction, or do you fight?
A little bit of both. If my default is off the left, that's the default. If I'm carving something and not thinking about it, that's where the light's coming from. And I've kind of painted that this way. You can see these skulls in the picture. These skulls down at the bottom, the light's right in the upper left, kind of shining from this kind of, this 10 o'clock position. And that's kind of my default lighting source. That's why I never thought about that.
Is that cool?
I think it's just it's like when I draw a vehicle, it's usually going from right to left. I think it's just some preference for some of that. Vehicles also go right to left because I can draw the driver. But it is my preferred way because that's just how you done. I think it's one of those things where you just do it enough, and you just kind of some of these things second nature, and you're not even sure why.
Well, yeah, James is saying he'd love to get his stance because he has kind of an unusual photography. You don't even have to have a picture of it, though. If you it,
a crappy iPhone photo is enough.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be, because that's part of the kind of whimsy of it is just to kind of some sense of it, whatever, and with commissions, goes through a revision or two to be like, is this what you foresee? Yeah, you could get a really funny painting.
What we do.
Because I'm really into gardening and video games, so he's done some, these funny little birthday paintings, and like I said, it's very funny to kind of see yourself, kind of see like a behavior you do or a way that you do something, and it's very, very funny.
But you can see how now with giving the black under the neck, cutting out some of these pieces in here, you know how it's starting to really become, you can feel that twist and turn, you can feel it's connected. You have a little more to carve out over here to help sell that. Yeah, that's happening.
Karen is asking. Karen is here. She says, you're Karen of the piece. How many pieces of your artwork do you have hanging in your home? Or do you see enough every day that you're over yourself? Oh, he's never
I'm never over myself.
Karen,
that was a layup.
let me take this question. Our last house, which was very stylized, was Spanish style. And so we had a lot of art in general, but a lot of Dave's art all over. This house is lacking new pieces of his. Because he doesn't let me keep originals. Let's be honest. The originals go to other people. So we
Gotta pay for those houses.
But we have some really big, large scale ones. And what we have in this house that we didn't have in the other is his photography. So it's a mix. It's actually a real mix. The last house was super art forward, art centric, Mexican style. This is a little bit. But the photography, obviously, it's made for. Matthew Kelly was asking, do you think land dragons, mare dragons, are just a myth? Yes, I think so.
I think so too. My dogs are surprised when they see any other thing on the ground and another dog and go, "What?
Yeah,
There's more dogs?"
My dogs believe that dogs exist.
Yeah, I completely 100% believe.
Kind of annoyed and offended by it.
Yeah.
Like what is? I can't imagine it.
100% believe that they think they're the only ones. I'm still kicking over the hysterical. No, he's forcing me because I decorating for the longest time. He's just like, let's go. Let's get the art in the house. Build the walls. He wants to build all walls. Yeah, I'm a salon style decorator. I want stuff on every wall.
Yeah, art. Stuff down. Easy. And again, pardon me if I don't know how to say it right, but the G $G, we're on YouTube, says hello there. It could be G Money G, it could be G Dollar G. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to call you. But he says hello.
Hello, G $, G money $, money G.
I will refer to you as G. I like this because it's kind of dragony, it's kind of oceany.
Oh, it's the best of all things for
Yeah,
sure.
I like it a lot.
Like
Yeah.
I'm really stoked that Karen went this direction because this is it just makes you want to do more of all of them.
Yeah, I like it. Because you see dragons, right?
Yeah.
Dragons, fire, whatever. Whatever this is kind of cool. Kind of certain. This, right that, and that. Look at this little thing.
We're laughing.
They just oh.
He's like, land dragons? No fucking way.
No dragons on land. That's crazy, Doc.
It's always funny the things that you put in the drawing that you don't realize are going to be huge time sucks. There. The fin, you know.
Okay, so it's GSG. The dollar sign is just symbolism. They're a video game tournament company.
All right. All right.
I like it though. Obviously, I think it's cool. But I didn't know how to say it. So GSG.
All right. Simple enough.
Keller saying legends of myself.
So Matthew, so I used to do Comic-Con San Diego and Phoenix Comic-Con with a full booth. We actually never did the artist alleys. We went right to full booth. I like to show my art and everything I do at one time. And for me, I'd much rather show everything. Like I need more space than a small table. I love Artist Alley. I always go hang out there, and I love watching artists work. But yeah, so we used to do the Comic-Con San Diego with a full booth, and we stopped doing that when COVID happened, and we just have retired from shows after COVID. So we kind of just in the studio working in my pajamas. Except for this Sunday, yeah, you're getting me out of the house and have the live demo in Oceanside. So I do pop-up demos here and there. Like I'm going to be in Prescott, Arizona in December, doing a live demo there. I'll be in Old Town San Diego on November 1st doing a demo down there. So I do demos still, but that's kind of as much as I do. We're in a wonderful spot after being on the road for well over 15 years. We kind of get to take a break and just focus on the work and enjoy, kind of what we've done and go down a little bit. The road gig is just so much work.
We were on the road for a few years, kind of here and there, while we moved back to Canada. And then we moved the art 10 years straight. We showed, oh wow, I mean, we're talking weekly shows. And big shows, and it was a lot of shows. And then over the course of 10 years, we went on a lot of international trips, maybe 2 a year, where we were gone for 2 weeks at a time overseas. We went to Finland, France,
Australia twice, UK twice.
Spain, so it was like a lot of travel. And it was, we really, as far as driving goes, was all over California and Peru. And we went to Colorado. But it was 10 years of really being on the road, and right when COVID hit, it was like, what? This is the time. I think we should enjoy our lives a little bit.
Sleep our own bed once in a while.
Yeah, because we're uncomfortable, and the food is uncomfortable. You just don't take care of things on the road. You get very, very
But since you guys are on the stream, we'll give you. I haven't released any of this. It won't be for releasing for a little while, but I will be in Texas, the Alamo Bowl, doing a live demo there. I'll be in Australia in March, in Adelaide, possibly Melbourne, and doing demos there. So some things are coming. Yeah. People fly me out of the studio. They won't let me. They won't let me get away.
They do for season.
Yes.
And Day of the Dead show. James Guy said, "I wish I could do it." Yeah, I mean, Old Town's lovely anyway, San Diego, but the Dia celebration's nice. They do a really nice session. Oceanside, California. That's a really nice event. A lot of cultural aspects to it, and food and vendors. It's very cool. We have a large Mexican contingency. in the area. It's very traditional and it feels very family, very local.
Yeah, I've been doing that show we've been part of that show for 15 years.
Matthew said, I would think that you would fit into the trans world, the haunts, and Halloween trade shows. I mean, backgrounds in haunted houses. Oh, for sure.
Yep.
There's so many places that we just couldn't conceive of going. How travel and so we really never really did much. We went to the tattoo convention.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah. Philadelphia Tattoo Convention.
Yeah. Just going west and east all the way there, you really kind of fly out here. And if you're doing that, then you got to make it worth it. And then you would back to back weekends. So, you could just see how you're on the road all the time and you're away and all that kind of stuff. Last time we went to Colorado, we went, oh my God, here's a bad advertisement. Frontier.
Oh, if you have kids, earmuff your kids, because fuck Frontier Airlines.
Well, it was he's trying to get the cheap. I wasn't going, because if I'm going, I'm like, we have to have some stability. Our hotel can't be and a flight's can't be. When he goes by himself like this, now, it's like tough shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm camping.
You're not in a room at all, right? He's on the frontier, trying to get across Lozeau, and of course, on the way back, they lost one of his two bags and dicked him around for a month about where it is and what it is. All this, and he just so frustrated. In that, he had all of the original paintings that he had painted while at the event. So a bag that would be worth thousands and thousands of dollars. And the other bag was running shoes, a travel easel, and some marketing material. And they lost the cheaper, quote unquote, cheaper. It's still over $1,000 worth of.
Yeah, my backdrop was in there, my easel was in there. Mm-hmm.
So traveling while doing the art was really he was in France, right? Try to make the time work. And it's inspiring, of course, to travel. But we'd be traveling with thousands of people painted. And we're always like, this is really a risk. If somebody could, just open it up and take it. Maybe not. Who knows? It happens, right? But also broken or lost or whatever. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's what he learned from here. They basically were like, oh yeah, it'll show up.
And even though I had receipts for everything, they still fought everything, give me a fraction of the settlement. And here's the great thing. Just 3 days ago, somebody messaged me and said, hey, I just bought this easel at an auction. Had your name in it. I just want to. Did you lose an auction? Did you lose an easel? I was like, oh, funny, because they insured me. It left Colorado.
We just weren't sure where it is or not. Finally, they said, we don't know where it is. It's somewhere in San Diego. We kind of send us receipts from this in bags and whatever. So he pulled together all the stuff that was in the bag, the cost of the suitcase itself, the hard suitcase, all the stuff. And then they gave him a fraction of the cost. So they didn't cover everything. And imagine if paintings were in there, because you couldn't prove. You couldn't be like, I had $8,000 in paintings. It'd be like, whose degree? Like, who says?
Yeah.
So it's just lucky that it was that bad. But for it to then go to an auction, somebody get to buy it at an auction in Colorado. So it never left Colorado. You're just like, oh. But somebody's still happy how it's their running shoes.
Yeah. It's good for them. It's good.
And you love that.
And I thanked the person. I said, just keep it, enjoy it, make some paintings. That easel's been all over the world, so you enjoy. I'll just get another one.
Yeah, it says buy an RV and trailer. Yeah, we did. drive on the road. We found an RV, a smaller, perfect. And we did some shows that way. That does get really in modality. That travel is shows are difficult to set up and you know, just the nature of those shows. So then we got a truck with a trailer. Well, then we started filling up the truck, that closed truck. So that worked, and then we got a trailer that had that custom built out, and that worked for years. That worked beautifully.
Yes.
But it was more of a nature of how far do you want to drive and be away from home. And we tested it for our longest trip, so from San Diego to Colorado was about 20. It could be everywhere from 20 to 24 hours of driving. It's a bit of a way.
And you shouldn't do it in one night. Right now.
And we
one
just
day.
pushed through in 20 hours straight. And that worked out well. We did a show in Denver, 3-day show on a weekend. And we did more. So, you know, we were out there for 2 weeks, showed great success, that still have followers from drive home, the 20-hour drive home. It was like, this is the absolute limit. Like,
you probably passed the limit of driving at one time. We should not have driven.
Yeah, and past the personality, right?
Yeah.
Like we were tired. The food and the sleep, just everything is good. And then you're just like, I just want to get home. You kind of were like, we're not doing 20-hour trip. That's lame. We can get to France in 8 hours.
Yeah.
You know, so we like 6 to 8 hours. Like we can. Anything over that has to be international. Like it's got to be worth it, and somebody has to pay for it. Somebody else has to pay for it. So then, you know, that was people were paying for our trips overseas. We were flown into it, and that was really, really cool. Whereas, like, no one's gonna fly you into a show in St. Louis. You know, so we just like to cut off that whole part of California, Arizona, after. What's an 8-hour drive? And there's enough shows within those two areas, within those two states, that we were booked for shows. I mean, we started driving shows. But it was a good 10 years of really getting to do a lot of international was like the best.
No, that's my favorite part of my whole career has been where places we've got to see.
We always laugh because you could just set up roadside. We always laugh like we could set up a tent, 10 by 10 pop-up tent, anywhere. I don't care if it's a Walmart parking lot. I don't care where it is. We could set up a tent. You people tell me like those shows were really talker, communicator. Like people really enjoy like sitting there and having fun, talking and talking and engaging at the same time. And I
we make that part sound a little aggressive. You know, she does. It's for prints, not just she doesn't roll them.
We're not just going to entertain.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so the shows were super fun, and we really had a good system for we could handle as far as travel goes. But yeah, travel the road was totally. You know, what else? What's the bigger dream of being able to work from your own home and set your own schedule and paint whatever you want? Hard to drag us away from that.
But they do. Like I said, they still gets pulled out of retirement.
Especially for the month of like October, November.
Yeah. Skull Time's a really popular time for some reason. I don't know why I'm.
Pedacito over on Instagram is awesome.
Hey, thanks, Benecito. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching the stream. Having a good time here working on again, I don't do serious monster stuff often. So this is a fun mix. I can do anything I want. Anything I want. But again, just texturally. It's just textures I don't normally get to play with, so it's really fun in that way.
hour.
What? We go a little longer just to have a little more. Let me get the. Geez, that went fast.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm saying about these textural pieces, that you just start getting into a flow, and I don't even know if your brain.
No, not at all. This is like so freeing and just like bing bong, bing bong. You know, it's just hopping around, tossing in textures. Going back again. Go back because okay, this doesn't seem like it blends in enough. It needs some more volume, so I got to kind of put some lines in there to smooth that turn of the neck, and just that's what I do at the stage. I'm just bouncing up here, bounce back here, bounce down there.
Right, the texture, you're filling in darkness where light wouldn't be shown, and then working on the like how round the body is, right?
Yeah. Like I just did. Like I'm just filling in areas, and I know it would be dark. Yeah, keep getting that. I want the line to look like it is in my head, and his body to match the what I imagine him how he's turning. So it's constantly, hammering that back and pushing back some of these lines, and then filling in that line, and then thinning that line. It's kind of as I go, just to build that volume out. Like right now, as I see, I go like that, that. So taking out some of these lines, like just makes that blend in easier. It doesn't make two objects bumping into each other. It makes it more smooth. There's no light under the neck.
In this imaginary.
Yes. With all the bottom for next week.
No, would you want to?
I don't have anything lined up for it.
No, you're not.
I probably won't be able to wait.
No, why would you? So what you guys don't see is there was a bunch of little skulls at the bottom, but I didn't just post a picture of it. Because the dragon was cool to watch, but the fact is you're not going to be able to wait.
You don't know nothing.
What?
Maybe I suddenly will want to wait.
Nope.
Yeah, you guys can tell I'm just constantly going in, pushing back, just to make that shadow merge. And I'll throw some of that underneath this guy here, and I'll blend out and balance that side arm. All right, then we will. How long's it been? 1 hour. All right. Well, again, I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Great question. I'll be back here. Apparently, I won't be paying this piece next time. I'll have something brand new. So check out the new stuff coming next week. Same time, all the same places. I appreciate you guys hanging out. There's a billion things you could be watching. Watch there. So if you enjoy the stream, please pass the word along every Wednesday. So again, thank you guys, and have a great night. Watch out for sea dragons.